What's up, YouTube? We are back with another fun-filled adventure in BrownDust2. I was thinking about this game, and what really stands out to me in this is the explorability here. Normally in these RPG titles, you're running around the map, you're exploring, this or that, or solving little puzzles, and in the midst of all that, you will find treasure chests. Like somebody went through the world and they just put these little treasure chests out for you to find. And I mean, I get that. This is just how a lot of the older games were made, right? Because they just didn't have the graphics. They didn't have the capability to actually hide things on the map. So they would just put down these little treasure chests. We do have the capability nowadays, though. So we look at what I'm doing here. I'm at some little building. There's stuff all around, right? Do you see any treasure chests? Not really, but look. What's that? It's just a jar laying on the ground. I can explore that, right? What's this? We got some stuff on the table. You never know in this title what you're going to be able to click on. Oh, here's one. It's a jar. Now, all these things had gold in them and lapis, things that I already took, but the point is, walking into this little house, this big jar over here looks just like everything else. Instead of just being a treasure chest that is obvious for you to walk over there and get. So, this really leaves you a lot of room to explore and find hidden stuff, right? Also, some of the things that the characters have to say to each other, the NPCs have useful information. This is all thought out very well, and I've just been having a blast in here exploring different things. The title is really, really solid. I did play the original BrownDust, and it was cool, but I gotta say, this one is on a whole nother level. They've just done so much, right? Every time I see any kind of vase or anything, I gotta run over there to explore it, because you never know. You never know. The pub's cool. You get to meet a bunch of drunks. And there is just stuff to explore everywhere. Oh, look, we just walked by something. What's that? An empty bird cage. Just got us some gold. Now, we can go to the pub, and we can recruit new heroes. And, should I recruit him? Kira's pretty cool. Why not? Definitely got some good AoE stuff going for him. So, there will just be random heroes chilling at the bar. You can recruit them as long as you have a contract. Very cool and easy way to add heroes to your party, right? I already had Kira, so I think that just helps me make him a little bit stronger for that costume. What's that? Cool. We just took somebody's food that was sitting on the table. I wish other RPGs from my childhood were this way, where you could literally interact with whatever you wanted to. You could find stuff all over the place that wasn't just a marked treasure chest. What are we looking for here? A bug came out from the cushion. So you can find stuff under the cushions. I mean, that cushion right there does not stand out to me. It just looks like part of the background. So I really enjoy the fact that there really are hidden things all over the place for you to, go around and look for. Oh, look, this palm tree. This palm tree had some gold or some lapis in it, right? It looks just like all the other palm trees, but that one I get to... Oh, here's another one. So, that's one of my favorite things about this. Just kind of looking at it like that. Oh, here's Sammy. Do we want to recruit her? I don't want to waste my last contract. Still need to grind a few more of those out. So that's just the explorability of this. I find that it's really good. A lot of different RPG titles can take a huge page out of this book. Like, this is how it needs to be. You need to be able to go and interact with random normal looking things in the background and find treasure and find lapis. It doesn't always need to be a giant silver treasure chest. Now, don't get me wrong, for those of you that like the treasure chests, we still have them in this title. Like, they are still scattered throughout dungeons, and you get a lot of good stuff out of the big treasure chests, I will say that. But all in all, I haven't seen an RPG do it this good as far as hiding stuff in the background and giving you an actual world to explore. And yo, let's not get it twisted. The 2D animation in this, the art, is beautiful. It's great. I love interacting with the animation on this. I like how nicely drawn everything is. The backgrounds look awesome. Yeah, combat has been fun. I have to admit, combat has been fun. It's a little bit different. It's, the grid strategy thing. But once you get the hang of it, you start realizing how many different options you have in every single battle. So I think this title is really worth taking a look at. You may have played the original BrownDust. I gotta say, it's got nothing on this one. BrownDust2, like, man, they really went out of their way. I feel like they made a whole completely different title. Like, real talk, when I got into this, I didn't really recognize it. I didn't. Even with the grid-based, combat and everything, I didn't really recognize it until I started looking at some of the heroes and being like, wait a minute. I recognize that hero. And those would be, the heroes that you start with from BrownDust 1. Aside from that, they're like completely different games to me. BrownDust 1 did not stand out that much to me. I thought it was pretty cool. I played it a little bit. It was fun. This is just a whole nother take on it. I feel like they've revamped everything and just made the game so much better. Big MCC was saying the same thing. He didn't know if he wanted to get into BrownDust 2. He'd played BrownDust 1 a little bit, and I'm saying, it's a completely different title. This is how they probably envisioned it, and I mean, they got it to turn out right, and all it took was the sequel. Bro, stop chasing the cat. For reals. Like, you guys are like friends 1 minute, and then you're chasing the cat. Like, what is wrong with you? Stop it. Damn, Doberman life sucks. This is the most annoying dog ever. Go on, bro. Poor cat. Poor cat. I think we're friends, but we're more like frenemies. Go on. Damn. So yeah, anybody that's just kind of on the fence about this, I would say, man, go and try this out. Some of my favorite RPGs from when I was a kid, like Lunar, Silver Star Story Complete, if they had some of these elements, man, if they could go through the map and hide random things everywhere instead of having to put them in treasure chests and making it blatantly obvious that you need to go over here to find a treasure. Like, I actually feel like in this title, I'm actually going around finding this stuff and digging this stuff up because it's not going to stick out to me on the map. And I'm actually having to find these things. It's a lot more rewarding. I will say this too. Yeah, this is a gacha game, but they're very calculated on this. I think they realize that they cannot be a ripoff. So, from my experience so far, I think the last video I put up, I did like 20 or 30 pulls on that video. I shouldn't have stopped recording because like the very next pull that I did, I cleared the banner. So that cost me a whopping $16 to do that. So, I mean, these titles have to get their money somehow. I feel like at least this one is fair. Afterwards, I did want to clear the item banner that has the, the special equipment for the new hero. And I was like, you know what? I'll throw another 16 bucks at it. Why not? So if we go to the draw screen here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Had no problem clearing her banner, as it says right here, owned. Very cool. I love this chick. She's a great tank. She gets to use her tank ability before the fight even starts, so you don't have to waste her first turn actually using a tank ability, and she retaliates. So she is very cool. I dig that, and I just like the way that she looks, right? And then they dropped a banner for her UR item. This is like, part of her armor. It's really good for her. Well, I had no problem clearing this, right? It was a whopping $16.50. And this title is still crapping out tons of lapis for me to get just through story. But I just honestly felt like supporting this title a little bit, throwing some money their way. And really, I don't have a problem shilling out $16.50 for 30 pulls. 30 pulls, folks. In the other title that we cover here, in Last Claudia, 30 pulls, $100. Like, I ain't even lying. I ain't even exaggerating. It's like $33 a 10 pull. So you want to do 30 pulls over there, $100. You want to do 30 pulls over here, $16. Like, we're not even on the same level. So, I got no problem with them having hero banners and having equipment banners on top of that. As far as the rates go, I haven't even looked at the rates. I'm more than happy just because they have made lapis so cheap, right? And I think your rates do go up if you actually use paid lapis, because we do have free lapis, we have paid lapis, and then we actually have tickets here that you can use on, I think you can use tickets on any of the new banners. In LC, you can only use tickets on a ticket banner. And for any sort of dedicated player, any player that's been there for over a few months, those tickets aren't going to get you anything. I think in Last Claudia right now, I have probably like 100 tickets just sitting around. They can't get me anything new. So they just sit there. Well, in this title, they've made it so that you can use your tickets on brand new banners that drop. I have to say, though, too, the little special story things that we have, like these events, they're very cool. They are very cool. They give you a shop where you can buy some stuff to help your account out, and this is all with, things that you earn, these different currencies that you earn just from running through these events. Let's go into a battle here real quick just to see where we're at. I think my battle counter should have reset. Oh no, I'm still at 0 out of 5. So either way, there's just a lot to this, and I like how these little events, they swap out all the time. They give you different event shops. There's different gear that you can get from the event shop that you can equip to all of your heroes, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. Currently in this title, I'm just looking for gear, for like low grade gear to put on some of my heroes, because like I haven't went through and fished out all of the custom gear that can only go on this hero or that hero. So there's 2 grades of equipment in this title, and I'm actually trying to get some of the lower grades of equipment right now so I can put those on anybody. Aside from that, you can level up your gear and put different enhancements on it, and that's really what you're doing with your gold. A lot of your gold is you're gambling on different enhancements on your gear, and that's pretty cool. I dig that. I like the whole system. Everything that they've made here looks really good, and I mean, we have a my room thing here where you get to make your own little room and put a bunch of little waifu chicks in it. Haven't even gotten to all of that. They just do a lot with this. I feel like they've done a lot. Like, I don't even recognize this game from the very first one. So I'm going to have to say, definitely, if you are an RPG fan, check this one out. Definitely check out BrownDust2. It's the best video game advice that I can give on my channel right now. I really was blown away with what they've done with this. I cannot say that enough. It just literally feels like a completely different game. But don't just take my word for it. Go try it out. I think you'll have a blast. It's real easy to play and understand. And yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think if you are up in this title, because I've just been having a blast in here. Anyway, have an awesome day, everybody. I will see you on the flip side. Maybe I'll do an actual character review of this new chick once I actually, you know, here's some of the equipment I got for her. I got her UR equipment, right? And then I just have just mercenary equipment that anybody can equip. So I've kind of been trying to strengthen her out. I just like the way that she looks. I like I like her transformation on the screen. She looks very cool. I also have to work on Gray here because he has some breaking abilities. So, good little boss killer team I think I got here. One of my favorite heroes too, the maid, the very sexy little maid. They keep taking her out of my party because of the part of the story that I'm in. But this maid chick is awesome. She looks great. I love that little cutscene of her dodging daggers and jumping off the bed to attack you. A lot of great art in this. They've done a killer job, right? So maybe once I get a little more rooted in here, I can start, you know, talking about some of these heroes and how they've actually performed for me. So all good things to come. Make sure to like and sub, and I will see you on the flip side later, everybody. Have an awesome day.